Hey, it's Britt. So, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today, and I'm going to take you on a rereading journey. The book that I am going to be rereading is How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. I'm sure I'm going to put it somewhere in the thumbnail so you guys already know, but in order to take you on this journey, I'm actually going to be editing this video a little bit, so if you see my clothes magically changing, that would be why. Uh, First go around, I did not like this book. I only read it in audiobook form, so I'm thinking maybe if I just read it as an ebook, maybe I'll enjoy it more. Maybe it was just me not liking the narrator situation. I don't know. This is an experiment, so we will see. Uh, the film adaptation of this comes to the US on May 8th, which I will be going to see be- because my boyfriend's in it. So, yeah. Um, I will see you in the first update. Okay, so right out of the gate, I remember why I had such a poor first impression of this book, and it has content in it that makes me personally feel uncomfortable. Um, Within the first chapter, our lead Joanna is uh, 14 and sharing a bed with her 6-year-old brother Lupin and jerking it next to him as he sleeps. So that's yeah, that's a thing. I just find that very uncomfortable. But we're on to chapter 2. I hope you guys are liking this reading adventure because I feel like you're gonna get a lot of insight into my reading process. But this line that I just read right here with Joanna talking about her mother, relatable. It says, her hair is unbrushed, and the only things she says are either very sarcastic or the sentence, I'm so tired, which, me too. Wanking is all this girl talks about. Oh my god, shut up! Not liking this book any more than I did the first go around, but I'm not quitting. I will finish this book. Maybe it'll get better. When will John Kite show up? I've laughed out loud for the first time. It's because Lupin, her little brother, is playing with snails. And one of them is named Lesbian Dennis. This description that Joanna gives herself is heartbreaking. I can see what a million people are going to immediately notice, that I am not. I am not beautiful at all. I am a very pale, round-faced girl with a monobrow, and eyes that are too small, and lank hair the color of dead mice, and I am not beautiful at all. And I am fat, a solid, pale fatness that makes me look like a cheap white fridge freezer that someone wheeled onto the stage and then painted a worried-looking child's face onto it due to a terrible unkindness. So, we're 5 chapters in now. Okay, so her real name is Joanna Morgan, but her pen name is going to be Dolly Wilde. There's this running joke that Joanna keeps getting confused for Lupin's mother. I once nearly blinded myself with a mascara brush. We look at a scruffy man done in pencil smoking a fag. He looks like a fat young man made from broken bed springs on. Babe, it's okay. You look better than that. This genuinely hurts, like, to read. As in, it's sad, like, not that it's badly written. If you want to know why we're poor, and why Dada doesn't have a job, here's why. Back in our house, by Dada's bed, a big white pot of pills. Daddy's pills. Daddy was in a band, and when they didn't make any money, he got work as a fireman. And one day, it was a very bad day, he got trapped on top of a burning factory. And when he woke up in hospital, they told him he'd broken nearly a quarter of all the bones in his body when he jumped. They did 16 operations on him, and now he is the Tin Man, all screws and plates and tiny metal joints that we pretend to oil, with an oil can, whilst he lies on the sofa. Day 2! I am trying to block out the sun so you guys aren't blinded. So Joanna is now 16 and has her first assignment as, well, not first assignment, but first promotion, as her boss Kenny calls it, as Dolly Wilde, and she's going to a Smashing Pumpkins concert with her dad, so that's where I am. She's going to Dublin next week to interview John Kite. Finally, Bay is here. John. He was not a beautiful boy, not a tall one. He was round like a barrel in a shabby brown suit, and his hair was neither one color nor the other. His face was slightly crushed, and his hands shook a lot for a man of 24, although, as he put it later, in dog years my liver is 68. But when the wind blew, in on the other street corner, you could see his heartbeat under his shirt, and when the conversation accelerated, you could hear his mind chime like a clock. He was bright, 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 like the lantern above a pub door in November. He made you want to come in and never leave. He was company. Good company. The only company for me, I soon found. John was a beamer. A proper beamer. When he smiled, he looked like all his life he'd never wanted to do anything more than sit at this table with me and smoke and talk while we watched people pass by the window. He smiled when I said that I would only drink Coke, but thank you. And he laughed when I said I didn't smoke. Maybe I should start smoking. Maybe that would be the right thing to do. Don't start. Don't start because the person you like smokes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ask me how I know, but don't do it.